Hi students, this is Rajendra. Welcome to Rajendra Reddy Chemistry Part. In previous video, we discussed about hybridization of the carbon in organic compounds. Now in this video, we are going to discuss about representation of the organic molecules. In how many ways we can represent the organic molecules that we will discuss now. So here the first representation is by using molecular formula we can represent the organic compounds. So that is molecular formula MF. Okay. So here let us take an example. How can we represent? For example, butane. Butane. So what is the formula for butane? C4H10. So this is the molecular formula for butane. Means C4H10 means it is a butane. And for example, butene. And for the example of butane, C4H8. And the next butane. So for the butane, C4H6. Now this is a representation by using the molecular formula. And the second one, so by representing condensed structural formula. Condensed structural formula. Condensed structural formula, CSF, condensed structural formula. So this is also another way. So for the example for that, so here let us take butane. So for these we represent that. So for example, in case of butane, C4, so CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. So this is the condensed structural formula for the butane. Sometimes we may represent like this also. CH3, CH2, here two CH2s are there. So taken twice, CH3. So this is also the another way. These two are the condensed structural formula only, but this type of representation is preferred. So here butane, CH2 double bond CH, CH2, CH3. So this is in case of the butane, condensed structural formula. Okay. So this also can be represented like this also. CH2 double bond CH, CH2, CH3. So but this is the preferable. Okay. So butane, CH triple bond C, CH2, CH3. So this can also represent like this also. CH triple bond C, CH2, CH3. Now this is the condensed structural formula. Okay, this is molecular formula. Just by using the molecular formula, we can say that butane is this one, butane is this one, butane is this one. This is condensed structural formula. Means, so the same thing only we are representing perfectly how the bonds are taking place here. How many bonds are between the carbons and how the bonds are arranged. That is explained here. Okay. So the third one is expanded structural formula. Expanded structural formula. ESF. And now how this is represented, let us see once. So for example, same we are taking butane. So butane, how many carbons are there? 4 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now how the carbons and hydrogens are perfectly arranged here. Let us see once. So here, this is expanded structural formula. This is expanded structural formula. Means clearly it is explains how many hydrogens are arranged to each carbon, how carbons and hydrogens are arranged perfectly. So then the second one, so butene. In this case also we can represent like this. C, double bond C, C. So here, H. So while arranging hydrogens, you have to check once. So the carbon should have 4 bonds. Carbon ki 4 bonds vachela arrange cheyali. 4 bonds ravatledu ante then we have to satisfy with the hydrogens. Okay. So let us discuss here. Butane. So 4 carbons are there. Okay. Ion means a triple bond is there. Anywhere you can write either here, here or here. So here this carbon requires more. How many? Only 3 bonds are formed. Requires more 1 bond. So 1 hydrogen. This carbon already 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds are there. Need not to represent hydrogens here. This carbon has only 2 bonds. So more 2 bonds are required. So we are writing 2 hydrogens. This has only 1 bond. More 3 bonds are required. So more 3 bonds are arranged like this. Now this is expanded structural formula. Complete clear how many carbons and how many hydrogens are there, how they are arranged. That is explained here in expanded structural formula. So here the fourth one is bond line notation. This is generally we use in our organic chemistry. This is simple notation. So bond line notation, BLN. So here in bond line notation we have to consider that. So for example, in the case of butane. So butane this is. So here 4 carbons are there. Bute means 4 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us consider 4 carbons. Now these each and every dot represent the one of the carbon. Now we have to connect the carbons. Like this we are connecting the carbons. Okay. So this is bond line notation. 1, 2, each dot is nothing but carbon atom. And internally this carbon has only 2 bonds, but we have to assume that more 2 hydrogens also present there. We have to assume, and this carbon forms only 1 bond. We have to assume that 3 hydrogens are already present here. That we have to assume. And the next to butene. That's like butene. So 4 carbons are there. So 4 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So E means 1 bond is there. Means that is 1 double bond is there. So here already they are representing like this. Okay. So then after, in case of the butane, we have a double bond. So the double bond may be present here, here or here. Let's assume here the double bond is present. Okay. And internally we have to assume that. So these are the bonds and as well as lines. Lines. Here this carbon has only 1 bond. This dot is nothing but a carbon. Carbon has how many bonds here? Only 1 bond. We have to assume that already 3 bonds are there. Means 3 hydrogens are there. So this has 1 to 3 bonds only. We have to assume that 1 hydrogen internally there. Here also 1 hydrogen internally there. Here 3 hydrogens are internally there. So the next one is butane. So here 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. Okay. So these should be arranged. Okay. And I means 1 triple bond is there. So the triple bond may be present here or here or here. Let's assume here only triple bond is present. Okay. So this carbon has only 1 bond. So internally we have to assume that. So here at this carbon and this carbon already 3 hydrogens internally there. Okay. These are nothing but carbons. Dots are nothing but carbons. And here between the carbons a triple bond is there. This we have to represent perfectly like this. Okay. This is bond line notation. So the next 5th one is Lewis dot structures. Already we discussed Lewis dot structures, LDS. Okay. So here in the case of Lewis dot structures, already let us take an example. So that is butane. So already we know very well that so butane has 4 carbons, 1, 2, 3, 4, and each has 4 valence electrons. Now the bonds are arranged like this. A bond is also there. And next we have to satisfy the carbons. Okay, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 5 electrons only. So it has to get bond with the more 3 hydrogens. Okay, so here 1 hydrogen is there, and here also hydrogens are there. Hydrogens. This is also bond. This is also bonds. This is also bonds. So hydrogen, bond. Each carbon got 8 electrons in valence shell. So each and every carbon. So this follows octet rule, and it is stable. So this is Lewis notation, but this is highly difficult. Why? Because it is not possible to represent for all the organic molecules like this. So it is somewhat difficult. So just the best representation we have to use bond line notation or condenser structural formula. For aniline, we represent the different formulas. So first one is molecular formula. So molecular formula. For aniline, molecular formula is C6, H5 and H2. So this is molecular formula for aniline. The next two, condensed structural formula. So let us see once. So in case of condensed formula, C6H5 means phenyl group. So here, so this is NH2. This is condensed structural formula. This is condensed structural formula for aniline. Next, third one, expanded structural formula. Expanded structural formula means you. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So H, 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 H. So here nitrogen, H, H. So this is the expanded structural formula. This is expanded structural formula for the aniline. And the next fourth one, bond line notation. Bond line notation. Bond line notation. In case of the bond line notation, here, so this is bond line notation for the aniline. So now you can assume here, now this is the bond line notation. Next, for example, let's consider the fifth one, Lewis structure. Lewis structure formula. Lewis structural formula. Okay. So in case of Lewis structure formula, here carbon, 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 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. So here between the carbons here, this is a bond, this is also a bond. So this is a bond, this is also a bond. This is a bond, this is also a bond. And the next with hydrogens, this is hydrogen, this is hydrogen, this is hydrogen, this is hydrogen, and this is hydrogen, and this is nitrogen. 1, 2, 3, and pair. Okay. So here between the carbons also a bond is formed here. This is a bond, this is also a bond, this is also a bond. So from hydrogens also you are writing the bonds. Okay. So here this is a bond, this is a bond, this is a bond, this is a bond, this is also a bond, and carbon nitrogen also bond. Here hydrogen, here one more hydrogen. Okay. So this also leads to formation of the bond. This is also bond, this is also bond. So now this is Lewis representation. Now you can assume this. Among these five, which one is very easy? This is very easy. Bond line notation is very easy. So then after that, this one, condensed structure formula is easy. So that in organic compounds we generally use for the representation of organic compounds on two-dimensional plane. We generally use the bond line notation and as well as condensed structural formula. So the next, the above what we have discussed, that is molecular formula and condensed structural formula, bond line notation, Lewis dot structures. All these are the two-dimensional representation. Now we will discuss about the three-dimensional representation. So 3D representations, three-dimensional representation of the organic molecules. In there, the first one is wedge dash representation. Wedge representation of organic molecules. For that, let us take an example, that is methane. Now this is the structure of the methane. Now you can assume, so the middle carbon is there. Now this is hydrogen, this is hydrogen, this is hydrogen, this is hydrogen. Now how can we represent these three-dimensional? Actually, this is tetrahedral, three-dimensional. How do you represent this on the two-dimensional? Let us discuss once. So now let us assume that, so now these two are in the plane. These two are generally now present in the plane. Now this is towards the viewer, means out of the plane. Now this hydrogen is below the plane. Plane ki below untundi. Idi plane ki above untundi. Now these two can be represented on the plane. Ivi rendu plane lo represent cheyochu. But how can we represent these two in the plane? So for that, they represent a wedge dash projection. In the wedge dash formula, so whatever the hydrogen, whatever the bond which is towards the viewer, means above the plane, that is represented with the solid wedge. And whatever the hydrogen, whatever the group which is below the plane, that should be represented with the dash wedge. Let us see. So here, so this is the carbon, already we know very well that two hydrogens are in the plane. So we know very well that now these two hydrogens are in the plane. So we are representing the plane like that only. So hydrogen, one hydrogen and as well as second hydrogen, these two are present in the plane only. Now this is above the plane and towards the viewer. So that solid wedge. This is solid wedge. So this is solid wedge. Okay. So this is one hydrogen, and whatever the hydrogen below the plane. So this is that should be represented by using the dash wedge. Okay. That means, so this means solid wedge means bond or group above the plane. Now this is that is dash wedge means this is a bond or group below the plane. Now these two are in the plane లో ఉన్నాయి. Okay na? This is 3-dimensional. So here these two are in the plane. This is above the plane, this is below the plane. Above the plane is represented with solid wedge, below the plane is represented with the dash wedge. So the second representation means after the wedge production form, dash formula. Now here Fischer production formula. This is also the representation of 3-dimensional structure on the 2D plane. So in this plane, what happened generally? So we have here a cross mark. Here this is the midpoint. This midpoint is nothing but you have to consider as the carbon. Now this is the vertical line. Okay, vertical line. On vertical line we have two groups. Okay. So now we know very well that carbon forms 4 bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 bonds. Now here this is horizontal line. Now here the groups what are present on the horizontal line is known as horizontal groups. Now which group you have to represent at the horizontal places, which groups you have to represent at the vertical places, let us discuss. So this cross mark, you have to remember that this cross is nothing but a carbon. Let us consider this is a methane. So this is the carbon, hydrogen. Now you assume that these two groups are away from the viewer, means below the plane ki below unnai chudandi, away from the viewer. Now these two are towards the viewer, you are the viewer. So these two are present at the viewer. So these two are above the plane. Ivi rendu plane ki bayataku vastunnai, ee rendu plane ki venka side unnai. So these two are above the plane, these two are below the plane. So whatever the groups which are present below the plane we have to represent on the vertical line. On vertical line we have to represent groups below the plane. What are the groups which are below the plane we have to represent on the vertical line. So here whatever the here on horizontal line. So on horizontal line we have to represent groups above the plane, nothing but towards viewer. Now this is away from viewer. Which one? On vertical line we have to represent groups away from viewer. Okay. Now let us assume that. So let us consider this is the carbon. This carbon is bonds with the A, B, C, D. 4 groups are there. Now here AB are present at the just below the plane, means away from the observer. So that the AB should be on vertical line. Plane ki evaithe below ga untayo, and means observer ki back aithe evaithe untayo, observer ki duranga evaithe untayo aa groups ni vertical line pay penchali. Now these two are above the plane and others towards the observer. So CD. So here we have to represent CD on the horizontal line. Okay. Now here whatever the groups on horizontal line, that is CD are above the plane. Means towards the viewer. And whatever the groups are there, these two A comma B, these two are which are present on the vertical line. These two are below the plane. Means away from viewer ki away ga unnai. So what is that? AB. Okay. So this is the definition. Whatever the groups are which are away from the observer, means below the plane ఏవైతే రెండు ఉన్నాయో అవి వర్టికల్ లైన్ పైన ఉంటాయి. above the plane ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో అవి హారిజాంటల్ లైన్ పైన ఉంటాయి. ఓకే రైట్. So here the third one is Newman projection formula. In case of Newman projection formula, let us take an example ethane. Now this is the example ethane. Okay, so ethane. So here in this ethane, one of the carbon should be actually this is three-dimensional structure, but on the plane we are representing like this. So here in this case, whatever the carbon which is near front carbon is there. So here we have two carbons, front carbon, back carbon. Okay, when you observe from like this is front, this is back. So front carbon should be represented as the dot, and back carbon should be represented as the circle. Okay, so on front carbon we have 3 hydrogens, 1, 2, 3. On back carbon, how many hydrogens are there? 3 hydrogens. So on the back carbon also you have 3 hydrogens. And more information is also there about the Newman projection formula, but just simply we are discussing here how we can represent that. Okay, this is Newman projection. So here dot is nothing but dot is front carbon. Okay, circle, this is circle is the back carbon. Okay, so this is the Newman projection formula. The next Sahars is also there. So the fourth one is Sahars projection formula. Let us take an example, that is ethane. So here for first carbon we have 3 hydrogen, second carbon also have 3 hydrogens. Now these two carbons are arranged diagonally to observe all the hydrogens. So this is first carbon which have 3 hydrogens, 1, 2, 3 hydrogens. This is second carbon, this also have 3 hydrogens, 1, 2, 3. So this is Sahars. About the Sahars projection, feature projection as well as Newman wedge projections we will discuss in stereochemistry. Okay,
థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ వాచింగ్. ఈ వీడియో కనుక మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి, కామెంట్ చేయండి, మన ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి.